Hello everyone, Jose J with Garcia Mobile Home University here bringing you a video. Let's talk about the webinar. A lot of questions that I didn't realize we were getting a bunch of emails still with a slight of a confusion. What do I get? How do I benefit from your webinar exactly? So let me break it down a little bit better, step by step, so that you can get a better idea, and hopefully this answers all of your questions, most of your questions. If not, you can still keep reaching to us with any additional or questions within the same for webinar at j@garciamhu.com. But let me dive right into it. Okay, so the webinar is it's supposed to be 3 hours. It always goes longer, and it's a beautiful thing. It's because of the questions that the students, you investors that are on the webinar, are asking. The more interaction, the better. And if we need to go longer, so be it. You have to learn, you have to educate yourself. But it's about a 3 hour estimated to 4 hours. It starts around 6, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just depends where we are and depending on the date. So usually third week of the month. What is in the webinar exactly? What do I get out of it, and how does it benefit me? Okay. For those of you who are trying to get from, whether you're in real estate and trying to get into mobile homes, or you just a average normal individual, nothing wrong, and trying to get into mobile home investing, what's in it for you? Okay. These are steps A through Z, which means every step that you can get to acquire your first deal. There's no excuse, there's no reason. After you take my webinar, you have the tools that you need. Now understand also that you can take X amount of notes from the recording or the webinar, but we send you the recording upon request. So make sure that if you are doing our webinar after it, when I get coached from my mentors, my coaches, I always tell them, send me the recording, because I know that I miss X amount of things. Maybe something, just a thought that I didn't get then that I do in the recording. And I watch this over and over, and I just sit there and just, answers that I didn't even realize were there at the time, I'm catching them the second time, this third time around. So keep that in mind as well. You do get a recording. But leads, that would be the first thing that we dive into, is leads. You can sit there and you can chase deals that you think are deals, or you can have deals come to you. I like to sit back and just watch them. With my branding, marketing, advertisement, which goes hand in hand with attracting leads, that's how I get deals come to me. Whether it's an email, to social media, direct messaging, to texting, calls, etc. They come to me. I blast social media once or twice a day. We talk about this in the webinar, and those deals just flow and flow. And that's what you want. Now, not everything is a deal, but you're getting attention, nothing more. Okay, people want to do business with people they know. Think about something big like Nike, Starbucks, Burger King, Adidas, etc. People know what they are, so they initially attract to that, right? So in the same way, when it comes to you, if you're a mobile home investor, when people think about selling or buying a mobile home, they should be thinking of you, right? So that's the first thing that we go on to, is leads. Now, after that, obviously you have people sending you their homes. What do you do with that then? Okay, I want to buy mobile homes, I want to sell them, fix them, rent them, whatever. What do I do when they start calling me, or they are sending me, hey, I'm selling my 3-bedroom 2-bath single wide? Now what? Okay, well, you have to know how to talk to sellers. There's 3 different sellers. You have a direct homeowner who is selling you his or her mobile home. You have a park manager who is selling you multiple mobile homes perhaps. And then you have a park owner. How do you talk to these people? How do you interact? There's a difference in all 3, and you have to be able to approach them properly. It's not so much what you're offering, but how you speak to people, right? So we teach you that way. It's how do I approach somebody in this sense? I first of all obviously find out who it is, and then go, not step by step. We're not going to give you a blueprint, no such thing. It's more so feeling an individual, but we coach you on that. So nothing, less of it. We give you guidance as to how to approach these people and be successful at it. After that, you have your mobile home, somebody's trying to sell you. You know that it's a, let's just say, park manager. What do you offer? How do you know what to offer for a mobile home? How do you know what a mobile home is worth in its current condition? What is the ARV, after repair value? What is the lot rents? What is the rental rates? There are so many questions, and this is one of the biggest mistakes that I see mobile home investors, and probably even in real estate too. You try to take a property or a mobile home and you try to make sense of, okay, this is a good deal. Based on what? Where did you get these numbers? It's always a question. When somebody says, well, that was too expensive, it was $6,000. All right, well, what was the lot rents? What was the rental rates? What was the ARVs? What does move-in ready go in this area, right? Oh, I don't know. Then we don't know. We don't know because, 6,000 may still be a great deal. I don't know. Let's think about, crazy little example. California. Is $6,000 for a mobile home kind of in decent condition a good deal? It is a magnificent deal, because mobile homes there go for $1 million. So you see, unless you know your market, you don't know. And we teach you how to figure out those numbers, okay? After that, we go into documents. Now, legality, which is huge. This is not real estate. This is private, personal, whatever you consider it, property, which means that it closes very differently. It's much like a vehicle. But where do you do your closings? Are there any attorneys? Are there any realtors involved? It can be, depends on the area. It cannot be, depends on the area. But where you close and how you close is very different from what you do in real estate, stick built. It's not the same thing, okay? Don't get confused. And there's documents that you have to be able to properly do a due diligence on so that you don't get crap on a deal, per se, okay? So definitely we'll walk you through and how to figure out a proper due diligence and how to look at these documents and know what you're looking at, okay? Now, what do you do with the property? You got people sending you homes. You have the ability to talk to home sellers, regardless of which three it may be. You have now the proper documents. You've done your thorough due diligence, and everything checks out. What do I do with it? Is this a rental, rent to own? Do I create a note on it? Do I finance it? Do I wholesale it? Big list. Beautiful. They all make you money, but you got to do your homework and you got to do it right, okay? So any little hiccups that you can have and you start messing up, it's all money out of your pocket. So remember that. You have to know your exit strategy. What do you do with the property? It depends on the market. Some make better sense. You know, a wholesale can make better sense in certain markets, and RTO could be a complete mistake in certain markets. We can tell you more about that. I have personal stories on it, and I've had to learn. So, okay, we get into wholesale because much like real estate, you know, when I started, it was no money. I didn't have any money. My dream was to be the next flip-flop, whatever kind of thing on TV and go after all this massive real estate. Well, I didn't have the money, so forget about that. Now, if you don't know the network, the connection, and how to use leverage, forget about it even more. I didn't know, so I stumbled upon mobile homes, and I am blessed that I did because it's changed my life from. But I can teach you now, and it takes no money to do mobile homes, okay? Especially if you're starting as wholesaler. All you are is a connector. You're the middleman. You're the bridge. You connect a buyer, a seller, and you make deals. You make money. Simpler said than done, but it's not hard, and I can teach you, okay? After that, wholesale, we go into your next deal. You know, what do you do after one deal? So many students come back after me after one deal. They've taken my course, they've done my webinars, they've done their first deal, and they come to me almost worried some, like, well, how do I get a next one? I don't know. You tell me. What did you do right that you should double up on? What did you do wrong that you shouldn't do again? And as simple as that. Whatever you did that worked, do it again and again. You can only get better. And even the mistakes that you will approach, obviously, you know, you're never a loser. You never lose, even if you do have a mistake, and even if it does cost you money, because there's one thing that you can take from there that nobody else can teach you, and that's the education that you got from it. What did I do wrong that I should not do again, right? So we get into some of that, and a lot more things to go into that from our webinar. But the biggest thing is, you know, we want to walk you through how to acquire it, how to figure out if it's a good deal, not a good deal, how to look at the legality section, which is the documents, the titles, etc., how to decipher what is your exit strategy, and how to multiply, okay? With my program here, we're not going to add another deal and another deal. We're going to multiply. We got to get many deals going, and that's how you make money. That's how you profit, right? Well, that I hope sums it up to the most. Now, we have other coaching programs. We have Level Up, which is not more so for beginners. So somebody doing my program here, you know, can move on to the Level Up after that, which at that point it gets into a whole different, you know, I consider it Level Up because it's the next level of investing. Now you have, since I mentioned a couple, moving a mobile home. What does it take to? What are the ages that can be moved, transported, point A to point B? How to use credit cards to invest in mobile homes, okay? No money out of your pocket. Now put it on a credit card, and we teach you some of that as to how to use credit, which benefits you because you get a higher credit score. How many of you wants to buy a mobile home with a credit card? I buy them all the time. So can you. But that's the Level Up. Aside from that, then we have coaching, the shadowing, which is you shadow me. You sit by my side, and I'll take you to mobile home parks. I am very much hands-on. I love learning behind the screen, and of course, COVID has forced us to do a lot more of that. But you know, if you show me how to do something, if I'm watching you, I gather a lot more information, and I know how to do it a lot faster. Nothing wrong with books, nothing wrong with behind the screen, But if you're that type of person that needs to be hands-on, that is for you. Shadow coaching, we have it. We take a very small group, we take them out to mobile home parks where you talk to park managers, you talk to contractors, handyman. I didn't mention that, but we do go into a section on how to deal with contractors and handyman. That's A through Z, by the way. I missed that section, but you know, you get to do that firsthand, and you just basically visualize me, watch me in action, okay? And I will say that 9 out of 10 students that have taken my shadowing have gone on to investing quicker than other coaching programs. Are all good, but again, at the end of the day, is how do you learn the best way? Okay, do whatever benefits you better and the way you think it's going to work best for you. That's all I can say to that. Okay, well, this video is long enough. I just wanted to throw that out there. And again, any additional questions, any way we can help you, Jay@GarciaMHU.com. All right, till next time, thank you for watching.